you know. And what happens in your now, it's like 1/3 of the effort you put into it, 2/3 of what's supposed to happen, and 3/3 of what God is supposed to allow to happen. Like sometimes it's not you, but it's just not your time. So for today's video, we're gonna get like a little bit personal. Well, personal for me, because I never really discussed this. But basically, to sum up the video, we're going to be talking about letting go of the timeline. Now, what does it mean to let go of the timeline? Well, let's say you created this idea of something that you wanted to do like during a specific time, and it didn't happen during that time. But does that mean it's never gonna happen? No, it's just meaning it's like not gonna happen now, like you're not ready. And for me, like I'm now just learning to let the thought of that go. Like just because it didn't happen today doesn't mean it won't happen tomorrow. And it's kind of hard for me to let go of like the timeline. That's why I was like, let me make a video about this because this might be relatable to somebody. But letting it go is like the hardest thing. It is, especially because like my generation, like we're all in such a rush, and with social media you feel like you're so behind. This is why it's important to detach from the socials. But like you kind of compare your, let's say if you're 20 like me, like you're 20
yeah,
someone else is 20, when you shouldn't do that, because we all have our own bodies for a reason. We all have our own lives and our own hearts. Like everything is not supposed to look the same. So just like learning to let go of all that is like so hard. So I'm like, let me make a video about this, like to kind of expose myself and make myself a little vulnerable, and to maybe one day I'll look back at this and be like, dang, I was in that mindset and it really did work out. But yeah, let's jump right into it. So I found my journal from when I was 16, because if y'all didn't know, I'm really thought daughter, like THOUGHT daughter, not THOT, THOUGHT daughter. So I have a bunch of journals and books and stuff, fiction and nonfiction. This is the journal I had from like 10th grade to 11th, I think 12th. Like it's literally not a single page left. Like I used up all the paper. But like I found a page in my journal from 2020 when I was 16, which was 4 years ago, of like me, like where I would see myself in the year 2024, so on. I'm trying to find it. I found it. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's May 7th, 2021, and I wrote 5 times in pink. I said I will get into FIT in 2024. I will have by age 25. And it's like, it's 2024. I thought by now this year I would have graduated community college, but I'm not. And it's like, a stab in the back of my chest. But, as mad as I was a couple of weeks ago when everything that I had planned out for this year did not really go into plan. Not everything, some things happened, but some things that were really important and near and dear to my heart didn't happen. Like that really hurt. But I'm accepting the fact that, hey, just because it didn't happen this year doesn't mean it won't happen next year. It's literally all in my hands. Like I'm so close to the finish line. I keep moving this way because the light is like that and it's like reflecting off my glasses. Maybe I should take my glasses off. Yeah, like just because it didn't happen this year doesn't mean it won't happen next year. I'm so close to the finish line of finishing. It's something I've always wanted, like a degree. Like it might mean nothing to someone else, but like to me it means a lot. Like wow, I really put my mind to it. Like I didn't need to use money or anything to get it. Like I did it because of me and because of God, of course. And like the fact that that's not happening when I wanted it to happen, it's like bummer. Like I also thought like I was secured for Valentine's Day this next year, but it's looking like that's not happening. And I'm accepting that, sometimes you got to work on yourself internally before you can do things externally, and I'm learning that as well. I lost my car in August, a week or two before school was supposed to start, me and my little sister shared a car, and thank God her and my mom was okay, but we lost the car. And I thought by now I'd have enough money saved up to get a new one, but I don't. I thought I'd have enough money saved up to get it before my birthday, but I don't. And I'm learning to accept that that's okay. Like, release the timeline. Like, in my head, the way society works, I'm supposed to have everything done before I'm 25, so that when I'm 25, I'm just like eating the fruits from the seeds that were planted. But it's like, that's not how life works. Like, you know, I spent a lot of my teenage years like worried and stressed about my future because like my present wasn't looking how I thought it would be looking. And I'm like, dang, if my present looks like this now, what is my future gonna look like? You know, and what happens in your now, it's like 1/3 of the effort you put into it, 2/3 of what's supposed to happen, and 3/3 of what God is supposed to allow to happen. Like, sometimes it's not you, but it's just not your time. And I don't know why that's so hard for me to like grasp and understand. I think it's because like if I don't see it, then I just won't believe it. Like, if I don't see any progress, let me say that. If I don't see like at least a glimpse of a progress, it's like, okay, well, it's never gonna happen. But that's not true, because I thought I wasn't gonna graduate high school at one point because I needed a math requirement to graduate. Like, I had everything but the math requirement, and I didn't have that. And I was like, yeah, I keep taking the same exam and I'm not passing. Like, there's no way. But I ended up passing like a month before graduation, and I also ended up getting COVID 2 weeks before graduation, so that was funny. You know, there's this job I really wanted. I didn't get it, but I still have a job, so I have a lot to be grateful for. I think for me, I just need to learn how to practice gratitude and practice like not stressing myself over things that like it's not meant for me to handle. Like, just giving it to God is like such a hard thing for me because I'm low-key like a controlling person. Low-key, like I always want to do things on my own, but then when I can't, it like kind of brings me down. But I have to understand there's things I'm meant to handle, things I'm not meant to handle. You know what I mean? Always having to remind myself that I'm only 20 years old. Like, I just turned 20 yesterday, even though I literally turned 21 in like 2 months, January. But I just basically turned 20 yesterday. Like, this is only the beginning. And I try to remind myself, you know, just because it's working out for others doesn't mean it'll work out for you. Like, the quicker you get something, the quicker it leaves. Like, myself, oh my gosh, if I got everything I wanted so quickly, like I'd feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like when people peak in high school and then they have no choice but to do something like get pregnant as soon as they leave high school or get married. Like, you know, like life goes by quicker for them, and it's like, do I really want the fast-paced life where I just get everything handed to me and like everything I want? Like, low-key, I want to like not struggle, but like low-key, I still want to work hard for certain things so that when I get it, it's like, oh, this was worth it. But it's crazy for me to be saying that because years ago I was like, nah, I want it easy, give it to me. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like you live longer when you struggle a little, as crazy as that sounds. You ever see people who are like rich and stuff, like they're literally playing with robots right now because like they just have everything they need, and it's like there's nothing to work or struggle hard for. And it's like, dang, you buying robots? Like, feed the needy, help the needy, do something that's like productive for the community, even if it's not your community. I'm getting off track. And then also, like, because of social media, this is why I be having to detach. Like, when certain things don't happen your way, it's like, dang. Like, you hear the term late bloomer, and it's like, dang, am I a late bloomer? But late bloomers get what they need. They might not get it when they want, so maybe I am a late bloomer. Not just in, like, relationship aspects, but I'm just talking about in life, like, in life. But, all I can do is hope and pray that it all works out for me. I know it will. It always has. Maybe not when I wanted it to, but it will. I'm not gonna go into detail what I wanted to, you know, but just have an idea. Let's just think school. That's why I haven't really recorded a video in like almost 2 weeks, because I was so occupied with school. But like, yeah, like even with my YouTube channel, I thought I was gonna have like 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but that's okay. I'm almost at 200. Like, clap it up for that. Let's give it up for that. Like, all the promoting I've done, like, who y'all know do it like me for real? Like, who y'all know do it like me? I gotta hang these somewhere, but who y'all know do it like me for real? Like, I use all my resources, but then I'm learning to detach myself from like bringing in numbers, because it's like, this was supposed to be a fun thing that I had a dream about, so we're gonna keep it as that. So I'm just gonna end the video with that. You know, learn to let go of the timeline. Just because it's not happening today does not mean it won't happen tomorrow. You know, in the Bible it says, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Like, I believe it's Matthew 6 verse 34, I think. But yeah, like, God has it all under control. Years from now, I'll look back at this and be like, whose idea was it for me to give myself 2 space buttons with my big head? And I'll be like, dang, like, she really thought, but what she thought was not that, because it did work out. And she needs to just get out of doing it at a specific time and just do what she needs to do to get it done, and then it'll get done. But I hope you guys enjoyed this yap session of mine. Please like, comment, share, do what you need to do, or don't do it at all. But I will see you guys next video, depending on how long it'll take me to record another one. But yeah.